this is part 19 of Ocarina of Time 3D, and this part will be starting off again the Zora Sapphire. Then we'll get another magical spell, and I say magical spell because we do not know how to pronounce the name, as we argued about it.
Farore.
I've always said like Farore, but I think I might be wrong.
I have no idea.
We get a cutscene, we get the Ocarina of Time, and then after that, we get the Song of Time.
Now, I just like this opening scene with Ruto because at the very end of the previous part, she's yelling at us for being useless and taking so long to get to her. Now she turns around and she says, well, now out here, you actually look really cool.
Well, we saved her.
Yeah.
We saved her, we rescued her, so yeah, of course she's going to change her attitude.
Yep, and now she's saying
I could make a comment, but I'm not going to.
And now she's saying it's an engagement ring.
Well, that's BS. You know, that's what they do to you.
So she went from thinking we're useless to wanting to marry us pretty darn quick.
And they're saying, oh, here's the engagement ring, but she's giving it to us.
Hey, they're not. It's a non-traditional relationship.
Now, if you think about this, a princess is kind of, in a way, asking Link to marry her.
Yeah.
This is a big deal right here.
We could be Prince Link.
I mean, I know they're different, not even races. What would you...
Species,
Species, yeah. Dude, that's the exact word I was actually looking for. They're different species, but I mean, you know... You can marry a princess.
Yeah, like I said, you'll be Prince Link, and when the King Zora dies, and let's be honest, it can't be too far off.
No, not the way he's moving around.
Then we're going to be King Link, King of the Zoras.
But you also don't know the life expectancy of a Zora, so...
Well, when Ruto dies, you can get a new wife.
Well, oh God. We're not going to get into that subject.
That's horrible. That is just horrible. But now that we've got the third spiritual stone... here in this part, we are going to go, as suggested, to see Princess Zelda.
Princess Zelda, yeah. And then, like, right here, we'll begin the second spell.
Yep.
And this is where we kind of talked about when we got Dense Fire. Like, the second one, you really didn't know where it was at, and that doesn't look like a bombable wall.
No, it
right
doesn't.
there. So, I mean, I actually did get that when I first played this game because I was like, okay, there's something going on over here. And I think you can actually hit it with your sword, and it makes that sound.
Yeah. Plus, it has one of the the brown boulders or the ones you can bomb as opposed to the gray ones.
That's true.
So if you're like me and I see something I can bomb, I'm gonna bomb it. So even though you may have been trying to bomb just that boulder, it actually takes out that entire back wall that lets you in here to see the Great Fairy.
Now you might notice that silver rock right there. A cool little fact is that will actually we'll get there way, way, way later in the game.
Yes, we will.
But that's actually where we begin our last Gold Scatula in the game. So
that's a long.
And I never actually went. Well, screw it. I never went below that rock until this recording.
Yep.
So. Okay. I'm glad we both had something to say right there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going to keep going or not.
I kind of thought about it, but anyways, this magical spell right here, it really using the dungeons, it basically creates a warp point. I actually find it very useful. You don't have to use it, but I know there's a couple of dungeons like where you can fall or something.
Yes.
Like Lord Jawi Jawi, for example.
Oh,
you know, like you might want to create that warp point right by Princess Ruto.
Yep.
So if you lose her, you can warp right back there.
In a few of the later dungeons, we mentioned verticality a lot, especially there in Jabu Jabu's. But in some of the later dungeons, there are many levels.
Yes.
To a few of the dungeons.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, create a warp point where you can just go back to that one spot you need to go to. So we don't use it a ton. We will use it some in this game, but I actually do find it useful.
It is cool that most Zelda games, I feel like, give you some way to get back to the beginning.
Yeah, they do.
It's just nice to have that option if you ever need to.
Well, the cool thing with F-Wind is that because we're not sure on the pronunciation.
That's a good name for
it. Which we should really learn that pronunciation because it's one of the goddesses.
Yeah, I know.
In the Zelda franchise, so
because we learn the pronunciation of everything.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot where I was going. You can put that warp point anywhere. It just doesn't take you to the beginning of the dungeon. You can put it wherever you want to.
It is very useful.
Those little spikes right there. You see those little wooden spikes? Man, those things look... I know you don't want people getting in there, but...
I guess not.
Dang. Or maybe that's a heck of a fence right there.
Or maybe they don't want Lord Jabu Jabu to get out.
Oh, that's a good point.
Who knows? We don't need a Free Willy moment.
What's he going to do? Swim down Zora River? He doesn't fit.
He's going to hit that warp point and get Lake Hylia.
Yeah. He's not been through that tunnel.
No, I tend to agree with you on that.
Oh my God, though. If he would have, somehow got skinny, and then that was what... We faced him again as another dungeon later on in the game, I would have quit this game. I would have quit.
Well, it is kind of cool, though. Speaking of seeing him again, one of the rumors or, theories is that he's actually Jabin from...
What?
From Wind Waker. It's the same guy. He's the one who we get one of the pearls from.
Jabun, though.
It's Jabun, so instead of Jabu,
oh, I didn't know that.
it's Jabun.
Well, I mean, I know who you're talking about, but I did not know that was his name. So, what was the theory again?
That Jabu like survives all of this.
And that's him, right?
And that's him. Like he survives the flooding of Hyrule and everything else.
I don't see that happening, dude.
But,
he doesn't even move. How can you survive if you don't move?
He might move.
That's true. That fountain right there actually is pretty deep, as we'll see later on in the game.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if I don't know if I'm buying that one. Possible.
But yeah, that's just a little off topic.
Because the Zora race actually dies off in Wind Waker. We see
they become the.
Let's be honest, the duck faces. I forgot what they're called, but they're duck faces. Whatever race or
they
species.
call them the Rutos. Speaking of which,
that's right. Yeah, Rutos. Yeah,
which I think is kind of funny that it comes from Princess Ruto.
How did I not put two together right there? That's a very good point.
They evolved into Rutos. Like they grew wings.
All right, we're getting way too far.
Well, all we're doing is we left Zora River and we're running back. I mean, it's again one of those times where we're killing time.
Sure. It was a good off-topic subject, I guess. But then, as you can see, obviously, right here, we're making our way back to Hyrule Castle.
Yep.
And I love coming up right here how the sky gets dark and everything, and just it goes really well with the cutscene that we're about to get.
And this is kind of a cutscene heavy part, as you've seen. We had the cutscene with Ruto at the beginning, and now we're going to get one of the best cutscenes in the game, if you ask me.
Feels like we're at the beginning of the game. We have all the cutscenes and everything, but just a great cutscene. I think it really sets up the story well.
It does
for the rest of the game. So,
and I love the storm. I know it just reminds me of the very beginning of Link to the Past, where we're going to rescue Zelda from the dungeon of the kingdom, of the king, whatever. And it's storming. I just really like those little throwbacks.
And that's one of those memories that me and you both remember. Our first Zelda game being Link to the Past. And playing at such a young age. It's the whole storm that really sits with you. And then, like you said, you get it right here, just a really great visual. And then, I'm sorry, but when Zelda throws this Ocarina of Time, she has a freaking cannon.
I think the Cleveland Browns need to sign her.
Well, it'd be better than Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Football, that's for sure. But man, she chucks it halfway across the field.
As long as she's not going to Vegas right now with her dog.
Impa, take me to Vegas.
But she's got a cannon on her.
She does. It would have been nice if she had thrown it to us instead of into the river.
You ever notice that Ganondorf has a huge nose?
Oh, he does.
Just a huge nose, man. I mean, that thing is gigantic. Kind of goes with his hair a little bit. It does. His hair is slicked back.
He definitely used the hair gel this morning. But I do we've talked about throwbacks and stuff like that. This cutscene is basically exactly what our dream was.
Yes, it was.
From the very beginning of the game. So I just thought that was a nice little, it was a premonition. We're seeing it happen now.
Oh yeah, for finally seeing the end of it, we saw just the beginning, right?
Tease,
we saw Ganondorf, and then I don't think we saw anything else.
No offense, but that's how you normally deflect lightning bolts back at Ganon, right there.
What? Oh, I got you. I actually thought you were talking real strategy right there. Yes, no. I have had quite my battles with the light. What's it called? The
light orbs or magic orbs.
Light orbs in those Ganon fights or Ganondorf fights.
As soon as I saw him hit you with that, I'm like, that looks familiar.
Yeah, they got me a couple times. Thanks, Red, for pointing that out.
I got to.
At first, I was like, oh, he was talking crap about me.
I gotta talk some smack every now and then, whenever I can. But yeah, Link.
As I do all the recordings,
almost all. But Link definitely
gives.
Guess
who's doing the next one?
Darn it. But Link, I love that look that he's giving Ganon there. He's just like,
don't mess with me.
This is just got serious.
Yeah, you messed with the wrong person, buddy.
And now we've got the Ocarina of Time, which is what we needed to get into the Temple of Time here. And we
didn't need to get into the Temple of Time. We need to actually open the door of time.
To get further into the Temple
Now, this is our first time. Well, we're actually not in the Temple of Time, but this is our first time seeing this place.
It is.
You can actually... Right, we had not been here yet.
We never went in there. We've never even gone back to that little area.
You can go in there if you want to, but...
You won't get very far.
The walkthrough part of us doing this game, there was no reason to go in there.
There wasn't.
Until now, so...
It's kind of nice to get a little visual of this, though, to see Zelda standing in there and teaching you the song. Although she was riding away from it, so...
So how does that even exactly work?
Oh, who knows?
She's riding off, and then bam, all of a sudden, now, I guess this is like a dream or
it's a vision.
It's not really a dream. A vision is a good word, but I do like how she disappears.
Me too.
And then Link appears right beside her.
Plus, just seeing kind of the light shining in there. We're not seeing the whole Temple of Time. We're just seeing these little glimpses of it, like the altar and things right there. It's just a cool little visual.
Agree with you. But anyways, now we got the Song of Time and the Ocarina of Time.
Yep.
This will wrap up part 19 of Ocarina of Time 3D.